Hello everybody, I am going to follow through and do another replay, rewind, player feedback tutorial, and this will be the last one of the day, and it will be Choco, who is playing on Lost Temple. He's playing as Protoss, I think? I don't remember. I remember reading that he was playing Protoss in the email, so I wrote down P by his name, but then I do also remember he wrote down his username, and it is the Zerg, so this is very, very confusing for me. But you know what, I will cast this as if I don't know who is who, so I will be unbiased, impartial, and give advice so that you viewers can know how to improve from both sides of the game. So let's get started here. Hopefully this doesn't crash. It did crash before, so I don't know if some of these replays are harder to access or something. Like right now it loads very slowly. Maybe it's because it's the first time or something, I don't know. And so here we go. We have cawx start spawning at the, what is this, the 8 o'clock orange Zerg versus the purple Protoss. So I think this is a custom game because you do not see these colors in game. And also I must say, at the start of the match I saw what cawx did, and that is not smart. You do not want to do 3 drones mine at one time while the other 3 sit, and then 3 drones mine. That is much slower than if you just have click all 6, click 1 mineral line, 1 mineral patch, and have them split themselves. And it actually might not make a difference actually, but I definitely think it is faster because all your drones start moving at the same time. And also you got your drone up a little late. Always get the drone, I recommend get the drone up first, then move the drones to mine. Anyways, the Protoss player is chrono boosting very early here, so I think this will be a not very good and high skilled game. I am wondering about, oh no, he is chrono boosting because the pylon was up. Okay, so sorry for the misspeak there. I don't know if I offended the Protoss player. If you are watching, Fluffy, I am sorry. Anyways, cawx, what? You Protoss. So I think he is playing with a friend, and he must have, the friend must have chose another race, although it does not affect the early game because cawx here has not built anything, so it does not affect his decision making. He needs to move this overlord to this over here. This is kind of bad because he needs to use his overlords to scout. His overlords are the scouting, the early scouting unit, and he is not using them to their full capability. Also, when you scout, just like all you need to scout is about right here. How do I hotkey this? Right here. And then if you see like no command center, no little bit, and your overlord should be right here, you get vision of this area, just move fly right here, because you don't need to scout the whole place, because if there's no command center, then you don't have to scout the minerals. I mean, there's no point in scouting that. So anyways, let's see what the Protoss player is doing. He is getting no gas. He is mining. Oh, so this is very perplexing because if I'm watching this, I'm very confused as to what build Fluffy is going for, because on one hand he does have 2 gateways, so it seems like he is gonna go for a Zealot push. But on the other hand, he has gas, and he is getting gas, but he doesn't have a cybernetics, and he isn't gonna have money to build a cybernetics because he is building Zealots. So Fluffy, if you are Choco, please do one or the other. Do not mix it around. So 2 gateways really early. You might as well get the cybernetics first and then the gateway, because you're not going to be able to produce out of these 2 gateways anyways. And you want to get your tech buildings up as soon as you can, just if you can. Because these 2, you're not producing anything. Right here, you're going to produce a Zealot again, I guess, but you need a pylon. So this is just not too smart. Anyways, we see the Zerg player cawx going for a Roach Warren very early. He is going to go for a push, so probably against a Zealot push, expecting Zealots maybe. But if he does go for a lot of Roaches and Fluffy decides to go for Stalkers, then the Stalkers are going to pose a big problem for the sorry guys, I am back, sorry. There was a little video thing, but the Stalkers are going to pose a big problem for the Roaches, because Roaches have so little range and Stalkers have a range of 6. So this is going to be a big problem if cawx invests in Roaches, although it does not look like he is doing it right now. Warp Gate is being researched. Let's see it right here. Warp Gate. Protoss player is just building up naturally, getting 2 Stalkers, but is supply blocked. And as I said earlier, when he had 24 supply, should have thrown down that supply much easier, and now you're just falling behind, not only on production, but also on units. So I'm sorry if the video is a little loud, or I mean if the sounds in game are a little loud. I am talking quieter because my voice is getting a little tired from all the casts today. So this will probably be the last one for the day, or maybe I'll do a tutorial. Oh, I haven't done a challenge mission tutorial, so I might do that for the last one, and this will be second to last. Anyways, so cawx is just increasing production like crazy. He is building, looks like all drones. He is building drones, and yet he is still down on the drone count because Chrono Boost is just so effective for you to get more probes out if you just constantly produce. Fluffy has a lot of minerals. He could have thrown down these the third and fourth gate much earlier than he did now. He needs to build 2 stalkers. He is, losing a lot of time by not building. It is a very crucial process that you should do, because now you're just, you're letting your money increase and you're not building. So you're not doing. Oh, now he starts building. So you just kind of waste some time, and you would have got your units up faster also. So 4 roaches, 1 queen. Is a queen being built? Yes, it is. It needs to build some drones, but he is supply blocked. cawx is supply blocked, and here are the overlords. His overlords are just gonna sit here and sit pretty. I guess he is not gonna use them to scout. A good overlord position is right here. You want to keep it on the ledge so the other units can't see you because you are at an elevated position, but you can see any unit movement even if they are right here. So you can see the other player move out if you pose an overlord right here. Anyways, look at this little pesky zealot, or no, zergling, and the zealots just decimate them. Look at them with those little beam swords. Yeah, looks like they have a little goatee too if you look. See that little goatee right there? Okay, whatever. He doesn't want to look at me. He just turned his face. He's like, don't look at me. Okay, so the Protoss player is constantly being supply blocked, and as I recommend for all players, you constantly build up supply. You need to keep your production supply ability way above your current supply. And both players are running into this problem, so this is a not very good sign. It usually is a sign indicative of a person not thinking too much about their current money and their production, because if you just look at your money, I mean, this is right next to it, you usually get a glimpse of this. So like for example, whenever I look at my money, I usually take a look at my supply and how much more units I can build. Anyways, there is no creep highway being laid down here. Big mistake by the Zerg player. Zerg player needs to lay down more, lay down 1 creep tumor, because he already has 7 larvae, so that is more than enough. If he spews another one, that is going to be a little extra larva. Okay. Regardless, you need a creep tumor, because you need a creep tumor just to get your units moving much faster from main to natural. And now it is a 2 base game. And income should be pretty similar. Yes, Protoss is up a little bit because he is up by a few probes. If you look, he's up by 7 probes. So the Protoss is ahead. Let's look at army size. Protoss is also ahead. So it looks like in everything Protoss is ahead. It just looks like Protoss is ahead in supply, is ahead in income, is ahead in army. So this just means the Zerg player has done something wrong, because when you play like this, generally you should only be like, let's take into account army size, probe count, and let's just count into those, one or the other. One player should be ahead. So if the other player is ahead in drone count, he should be behind you in army size. But if the other player is ahead of you in army size and income, then something is going wrong. So that is not good. It is, and I think this is only the difference is only increasing now. There's an army of 650 minerals for the Zerg player and 2,050 minerals for the Protoss. If the Protoss moves in right now, this game is over. And now the Zerg is laying down creep tumors. He is laying down a lot, I think. Oh no, this is the original one and it spawned a new one. So the Zerg player needs to either put up 2 spawn crawlers or invest in a lot more units. Is he building any units? He is building 5 Hydralisks, so that is just he's getting his army up. And what the Protoss player is doing that is a big mistake is the Protoss player is not moving in. First of all, he has no knowledge, and now he has knowledge of what the other player has. But this is such a small army. This army could easily get destroyed by. And oh, good. Is he gonna move in? Is he gonna move in? If he moves in, this is very, very intelligent. This is exactly what Fluffy needs to do right now. He needs to move in because he realizes that cawx has almost no units. So is he going to do it is my question. And he loses the probe, but oh, here are a lot of Hydralisks streaming in. So now I think the battleground is going to be pretty even. Yep, pretty even. I actually think cawx has a chance of winning this fight against Fluffy. Fluffy needs some tech, needs some tech units. First of all, he could throw down 4 more gateways. Look at his unit income. His income could support can support 8 gateways overall, and he needs an immortal. Not an immortal. Immortal doesn't really do that much damage against Hydralisks. He needs a Colossus. Colossus do just so much damage against Hydras, and that is exactly what he needs to do. The rally point is a little funky here. If he builds this and he isn't careful, he is just going to send his Immortal to die.